And in the last video, I made like a video on something, right? And today I'm actually going to make this video about destroying secular arguments, right? The arguments of secular people, right? And today I'm gonna prove you should not be secular, right? Now, what are secular people? Secular people are actually the people that it is those they are actually those who believe in God, but even though they believe in God, they actually do not take it seriously, right? For the age of now, Kali Yuga, right? What you should do, you should believe in God, right? You should not like you should not like keep keep saying you believe in God, but you don't, right? So So today I'm gonna prove you that secularism is bad, right? I'm gonna prove you how secularism is false or bad or something like to be Kattar, right? Kattar Hindu, if you don't know, is very strict Hindu, right? So now let's begin, right? So people argue that being secular is good and stuff because you believe all faiths are one, but that's not true, right? The reason I put an X to this is to all these religions because there's only one religion called Hinduism, right? Hinduism is the only true religion. I put an X to all these false Abrahamic faiths or stuff, but Hinduism. I'm not really putting that X in Hinduism. I'm just saying that do not be secular, right? Since this one is the symbol, right? So so the reason I put an X over this secular symbol is because you should not be secular. You should believe in one religion, which is Hinduism, right? Hinduism is the only true religion. What else? Secular people also probably believe that Hinduism is the truth and eternal stuff, but they're actually afraid to tell it, right? These secular Hindus say that they say that they're just God, but they don't really believe in God's teachings, right? They still eat meat, right? And secular people suffer. What's the reason why secular people suffer, right? Now let's begin the reason why. They eat meat, right? This is the thing we need to tell them. Do not eat meat. Like, why do you eat meat, right? What's the reason behind this? It's because of the taste, not because of this so-called vitamin. So now let me prove it here. Like, if you believe when you eat meat, it gives you vitamins, then what else do you think? It makes no sense. Like, come on, you believe vitamin B12 is the thing you need for your body, and you still say that even if you eat mushroom and stuff, it takes lower. Like, what sense are you even speaking at, right? This is to all secular people to challenge, right? It's not good to eat meat. Like, it's bad. Like, you see how all the world today being evil and doing all these evil acts, demonic acts, fighting against one another, right? And a long time ago, you know how USA was so good, like everything was good after World War II stuff, right? Everything started repairing stuff. Well, what's now today's USA? Even if you support Donald Trump, he didn't even do nothing for the USA. You can see 2016 to 2020, so many school shootings and stuff, right? What did Trump even do? Nothing, right? Just only more damage to America. But Joe Biden is like a massive damager, meaning that he actually damaged most of USA and spoiled USA or something, right? So do not eat meat. What's the reason to eat meat? Why do you harm poor animals from this so-called vitamin? Look, okay, I don't even eat meat, and I don't even get this vitamin trouble or something like that, right? Right? Even if you don't eat meat for a long time, it's not because of the genes that you have to eat meat. Some people, even if they have the genes to know or not, to like when I mean genes, I mean like GENES, meaning from their parents, right? They don't need that to eat meat, right? They can just stop meat, right? Nothing will happen that much if you're a worshiper of the Supreme Lord, right? Right, right. Yeah, so and sometimes even secular people, right? and there are secular people all over India, and what happened to them, right? They always like they always fight into arguments, right? So if you become secular, for example, a long time ago, Hindu and like these like some Hindus or something were secular, and what happened? Britishers, these freaking stupid Britishers, which proves Christianity is false religion. Yeah, Christianity is false religion, Islam is false religion, Hinduism the only truth. But these freaking Christians and these freaking Muslims, right? They attacked on Hindus, right? And the Hindus they didn't do anything because they're secular, right? But if you're a Kattar, for example, like take Vikramaditya Empire, for example, right? No single one, or not even a single Muslim country, dare to attack on the Vikramaditya Empire, something like that, right? And there's the Mauryan Empire, something like that. Even look, okay, when people are probably like secular or something, and guess what happened to them in northern India? They got attacked from the freaking Mughals and the freaking Britishers. But what happened in the south? In the south, everything was fine. They were all Qatar Hindus, right? And what happened to them? Not even the Mughals or the Christians, or whatever, could attack on it. But what's the thing? Qatar Hindus attack on the Qatar Hindus themselves, right? Just for a freaking throne, right? And just over to act arrogant, right? And because of this, Britishers attack them, right? And they then became secular again and again, right? So it's not good to become secular, right? Now these secular people will say America is like the biggest country. America even rules over Mars. That's not true. America itself could not even defend a freaking asteroid coming so low. So what more do you think it's good? First, for example, another thing is that they are these people, these secular people, they disrespect Vaishnavas, right? Just because they wear tilak. Not all Vaishnavas wear tilak. Like you don't really have to wear tilak. You don't have to show physical, but spiritually you have to believe in God, right? So why do people wear tilak on the forehead? The mark that people wear on the forehead is called tilak or putu. This mark invokes a sense of purity in the wearer. Tilak is a blessing of the Lord and is considered as a protection against wrong tendencies and forces. It keeps our forehead cool and prevents energy loss, right? So that's the reason why we wear forehead, right? I wear it on forehead. There's Om Keshavarnama, Om Madhavaya Nama, Om Trivikramaya Nama, Om Madhusudhanaya. There's Om Vishnave Nama, Om Narayanaya Om Nama, Om Padmanabhaya Nama, Om Double Naraya Nama, Om Gandhaya Nama, Om Hidashikesaya Nama. And there's also Om Siddharaya Nama and Om Vamanaya Nama. Or and there's also Om Vasudevaya Nama or Om Vasudevaya Nama, something like that, right? So this is the reason why we're dealing. Just because America is a so-called big country does not mean that you cannot wear tilak, right? No one's that much gonna make fun of you. Say it's your culture. For example, when secular people go to Nepal to do the ritual rites, then Americans don't even like make fun of them. And if you wear tilak, then what's more than that they have to make fun of you, right? That's the same thing I'm trying to say. But secular people, right? They don't want to listen. Secularism is good also. That's the reason why people. I'm not saying that cartoons is not these. They are in peace. Hinduism is the only truth, right? Now let me show you an example or something, right? Let's say if you're drowning in water, right? Let's just say that, and you're secular, right? Right? And you'll then argue this so-called. You'll then say so-called being a swimmer in America, right? But the water's so shallow, it's so deep, right? Then how would you swim? Like, what if you're drowning? How come you save yourself? Like this is a challenge to secular people. What's the name that could destroy these troubles you're facing? It's the name of SRI Govinda, the Sri Vishnu, right? Right. So if you're drowning in water, then call the name into Lord Vishnu. Even if you die in the water, then you'll still be saved, right? Yeah, right. If you want your sins to be forgiven, something like that, right? if you're an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, in the end you go to Vaikuntha, the holy Vaikuntha, right? And the truth seems bitter to people. That's the reason why they don't listen to it. I talked about Tilak. Tilak is better. Like, that's the reason why it calms your mind. Secular people, they always fight against like families and stuff, right? And they always talk about cheating and divorces all over India. What's the reason why secular do that? It's because they don't calm themselves, right? Because if they calm themselves, then they won't be like that. And plus, do not follow these freaking Christian missionaries or whatever. They say that they believe that this is the mark of the beast or something like that. These freaking Christians just blabber too much. Like, I mean, talk too much. They just keep nagging onto you, right? You just ignore them and tell these freaking Christians to just shut the flip up, right? Shut the fuck up, right? That's what he says to say to these Christians, right? Who actually make fun of you. Like, what's the reason to make fun, right? Of this tilak, right? It gives you positive energy, right? They even they have no these Christians have no logic, and they say that and they say yoga and like exercise is both different things. Like, bro, yoga exercise comes from yoga, dude. Like, come on, right? Yeah. And these Christians are saying that yoga is demonic. It's the same thing as saying gym is demonic. This is just false Christians, right? Saying false things. Plus, the mark of the beast was actually talking about Allah, right? Of Islam, right? Right, which is definitely no other than Jesus himself, because Jesus is Allah, the freaking false God, right? Jesus acted God, but what happened to him at the end, right? He actually died up on the cross, right? Keep telling his father and their son, like, why, father, I forsake him, your son, right? And how come you believe Jesus is God from that, right? You see, even when like it's been said in the whole Kalki Purana, even when Sri Kalki became unconscious, not unconscious, but whenever he went unconscious, right, he rose from there. That's what Lord Krishna did, and Lord Krishna still fought, right? But in Christianity, when Jesus rose from the dead, Jesus lied. That's the reason why you can see in John 20 verse 17 that Jesus and that and when you compare between John 10 verse 30, if Jesus is God, right, then why did Jesus actually said that he's ascending to his father? How can Jesus ascend to his father if Jesus is the father himself, right? This makes no sense to prove like that that it makes no sense, right, to believe like in a false Christianity, and you cannot say Jesus is God and having freaking Bible, right? Not if you, well, let's say if you're drowning in water, right? And there's no one to save you. Who else will save you? Lord Vishnu, right? And these secular Indians will say that they're mistranslated. The scriptures are not mistranslated. If they're mistranslated, then what's the thing we need to know? We can't say they're just God and stuff. They can say it's imaginary because it's not imaginary. God is unimaginary, meaning that God is real, right? God actually comes in a form, right? If that's not true, then how there's Ram Setu, Sri Ram Setu? That's very hard to build. Plus, plus South America's things are prophesized. Plus another thing is that like plus even you can see this Mount Everest, right, and stuff, right? They're all like prophesized in the scriptures, something, right? You can see Mount Kailash prophesied, whatever, right? You can see things prophesied, and they're all literally in the scriptures, not made up. Plus another thing is that that Lord Sri Krishna's heart is inside the Jagannath idol. Plus, who else could make it, right? People cannot even make such a heart, right? It's a true heart that if you touch it and you die, something like that. How come a scientist or whatever could even create that? It's not, the world's not advanced to do this yet, right? Plus another thing is that they can't even do that, right? It's no other than Sri Krishna's heart, right? It's a, when what about that? It's probably even prophesied in the scripture or something, right? So see, I'm telling you, right? And since Lord Sri Krishna is the true one true God, what did Lord Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 2? This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed, right? Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 2, right? Lord Sri Krishna is knowledge, right? It's the knowledge the Lord Sri Krishna is giving, right? This king of all, right? Lord Krishna is the king of the all kings, the Lord of the all the devas, right? Lord Krishna is the best. Plus, let me also destroy the Bible, right? And in the last times, these Christians believe that Jesus is the Lord of Lords, right? So this is literally claiming that there are more than one God because Lord means God, right? And since you make it plural, right? And you make it lords with an S, then that proves that there's more than one God according to Christianity, right? And that literally means how come there be a Lord of the Lords, right? You have to be the Lord of the all, right? Lord of the Devas, right? Or something like that, right? There's no such thing as lords, more than one lord. There only has to be one God. So this proves a polytheism in the Bible, right? This is a monotheism where Lord Krishna says Lord Krishna is the Almighty Supreme Bhagavan, right? Bhagavad Gita chapter 16 verse 21, Lord Krishna says anger, lust and greed will make you to the degradation of life. Take this scriptures too seriously because these scriptures are the greatest, right? And when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about the Hindu scriptures, right? Believe in the Sanatani scriptures, right? Believe in it, you become saved. I'm not actually giving out false knowledge just for like views and stuff. I'm not even just even saying this just to like make you think to something else, right? And to subscribe because I'm telling you to subscribe because this is the knowledge, right? This is the one true supreme knowledge, right? I'm not actually telling false things, like point out one thing that's false because nothing is false that I'm saying, right? I keep saying the word right in almost every sentence, maybe, but the reason I'm doing this is to see your perspective, your viewpoint, right? You can leave it out in the comment, right? Hinduism is the only truth, right? And if you worship Lord Vishnu without eating onion, garlic, right, meat or eggs, right, then you'll become saved or something, right? You'll find out about that, right? Jai Sri Ram.